this animal. This lockdown has shown us that India is home to a lot of wild animals that have been hiding for way too long. There's a long list of amazing sights that were recorded during their lockdown. One of the more impressive ones is one of the small Indian civets, who was able to pass over the zebra walk without having to worry of the usual traffic that fills the streets of Kozhikode. When the authorities saw the video, they concluded that the small animal probably traveled all the way from a forest that is pretty far from the city. If a couple of weeks of lockdown allowed this animal to travel this far, imagine what would happen after a few months. I'm sure we would be seeing tons of them in different parts of the world. Number 3. Jaguars in Guatemala. That's also pretty terrifying. Jaguars were a very important animal for the Mayan civilization. In fact, Mayans saw jaguars as symbols of dark and light, and as rulers of the underworld. However, as time passed, spotting jaguars and the other animals in the ancient Mayan towns was not so common anymore. But all of this changed after Guatemala began its lockdown in mid-March. The authorities at the Tikal National Park, which you've probably seen in movies like Star Wars, claim that jaguars and lots of other animals have started to come out to the park. Usually, Tikal is crowded with tourists who want to learn more about the civilization, but since no one is allowed to visit at the moment, the jaguars are ruling over this place. Other animals in the park include deer, foxes, crocodiles, and tapirs. It sounds like the animal kingdom is having a party over there. Now it's time for the day's best pick. When the lockdown started, there was a viral post going around claiming that Russia's President Vladimir Putin had sent 800 lions to roam the city in order to keep people inside their homes. The post came with the photo that I'm showing to you today. However, this photo has nothing to do with President Putin, coronavirus, or anything related to the 2020 lockdown. This photo is from 2016 and is linked to a film production that took place in Johannesburg, South Africa. A production company borrowed the lion from a nearby park and allowed it to roam in the city. They made sure to keep everything under control, but I'm sure a lot of people got scared when they saw this. However, I do have a story about lions that came out during the lockdown. That being number 2. Lions in South Africa. When we think of lions in the wild, we immediately think of the African continent, am I right? That or Lion King. We picture them roaming in the wild, chasing after the prey, or just taking a nap under a tree, or something like that. What never crossed our minds, though, was the image of lions lying on a road. Usually these lions take naps in the bushes, trying to avoid places where humans normally hang out. But now that there are no humans around, the lions have made good use of their freedom, and this photo taken at Kruger National Park is a great example of that. These guys just look so relaxed and well rested. This photo makes me want to take a nap, but probably not in a spot that close to those wild beasts, or maybe some cars, always fun. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Number 1. Rhino in Nepal. There were all sorts of animals that came out during the lockdown. Some were big, some were small, and I'm sure a lot of them were as scared of us just like we are usually scared of them. However, the one that impressed me the most is this rhino that was strolling around the streets in Nepal. I mean, there's a national park surrounding it, but when you look at the footage, you can see clearly that the big animal was walking freely in the middle of a neighborhood that would likely be busy on a regular day. Good thing people there had their phones ready to record this. It would honestly be kinda hard for anyone to believe that this happened if there was not a video to prove it. This lockdown has definitely been a crazy time for us all. Regardless of what part of the world you're from, I'm sure you experienced this moment in history in ways that you never imagined. All I hope is that you're safe and healthy, far away from viruses and from wild animals that you never thought you would encounter. Were there any wild animals that came out during lockdown in your country? What animals would those be? Let us know in the comments section down below. And also, if you ever see something odd, make sure you record it with your phone or some sort of camera. Who knows, maybe your findings will be featured on my list one day. That's our video for today, folks, and I will see you all next time. Later, everybody.